Good morning, friends. So we have been learning about shapes all week and from last week as well. And we have learned about 4 specific shapes. Let's see if I can get rid of the glare. So we've been looking at 4 specific shapes too. And those shapes are triangle, circle, square, and rectangle. Let's say those one more time. See if you can say the names of the shapes with me. Triangle, circle, square, rectangle. Awesome. Let's see now if you can say the name when I point to it. Be loud so I can hear you. Here we go. What's the name of this shape? If you said triangle, give yourself a thumbs up. What's the name of this shape? If you said circle, give yourself a thumbs up. What's the name of this shape? If you said square, give yourself a pat on the back. What's the name of this shape? If you said rectangle, give yourself a high five. Woo! Here we go. Good job. You know these shapes. Now, we're going to talk about the things that are the same about the shapes and the things that are different about each shape. So, the same means that it looks alike, that they look the exact same. There's something that's similar, it's the same. It'd be like my 2 hands. Both of my hands are the same. They both have 5 fingers, that's the same. They both have 5 fingernails, that's the same. And they both are the same color. Now, there's also differences about my hands, right? So my hands, this hand has a ring on this finger. That's different than this hand. This hand has a ring on this finger, and that is different than this hand. This hand has a rubber band on it, and that is different than this one. Does that make sense? So we're comparing using things that are the same and the things that are different about each shape. Now, something that's the same about these shapes is they're all flat shapes, like a pancake. They're flat. There's nothing that, when you look at them from any angle, wherever you're looking at the shape, it is completely flat, like a pancake. There are some shapes when you look at them and they look different when you look at them in different places. All of these shapes look the same no matter where you're looking at it. So it's a flat shape. The same thing about flat shapes, it's called 2D. So flat and 2D mean the same thing. So a triangle is a flat 2D shape. A circle is a flat 2D shape. A square is a flat 2D shape. And a rectangle is a flat 2D shape. Saying the shape is 2D just means the same thing as saying that it's flat. Okay, because we'll learn about different shapes when you get into kindergarten that are called 3D, and they're not called flat shapes. So, flat and 2D are the same thing. It means the shape is like a pancake. When you look at it, no matter if you look at it from underneath or on top or to the side, it looks the exact same everywhere. So, now let's talk about the differences between each shape. Now, who can name the shape that doesn't have any sides? Remember, sides are straight lines. Which shape doesn't have any straight lines? If you said circle, give yourself a pat on the back. A circle is different than these shapes because it is made with curved lines. Circles don't have any sides. They have 0 sides, and they're made with curved lines, not straight lines. Now, see if you can name the shape on here that doesn't have any points. Remember, a point is where 2 sides come together, and it's kind of like a sharp point. Good. If you said circle, you are correct again. A circle is different than a triangle and a square and a rectangle because it also doesn't have any points. So it has no sides and no points. There's nowhere on a circle where it comes together and makes a point, right? Because it can't, because it doesn't have any sides. So that makes a circle different. Now, which one of these shapes only has 3 sides? If you said triangle, you are correct. A triangle is the only one of these shapes that has only 3 sides. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3. That is what's different about a triangle. It only has 3 sides. 1, 2, 3. Whereas all the other ones have 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. And a circle has 0 sides. So that makes the triangle different. Now, which one of these shapes has 3 points? If you said triangle, good job. A triangle has 1, 2, 3 points. That's different than every other shape. A circle doesn't have any points. A rectangle has 4 points. And a square has 4 points. If it helps you when you're drawing your shapes to know how many points, you can always count them like this. 1, 2, 3. A triangle has 3 points. So that makes it different than a square. 2, 3, 4. A square has 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. A rectangle has 4 points. So that's something that they have that's the same. A rectangle and a square have the same number of points. That's something between them that's the same. Now, what's the thing between a square and a rectangle that's different? The length of each side. Good job. So another thing that's the same is they both have 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. But the length of each side is different. On a square, all the sides are the same size. And on a rectangle, remember, 2 sides are short and 2 sides are long. So a rectangle and a square have the same number of sides, but the sides have different lengths. So in a rectangle, it has 2 short and 2 long sides, and a square has all the same length of sides. So in your worksheets today, I want you to look at those pictures, and I want you to tell an adult around you the difference between the 2 shapes that you see. But also I want you to tell an adult around you something that's the same between them, whether that's the color, whether that's they're both flat and 2D shapes, whatever you can come up with. Find an adult, and I want you to tell them on each page what's the same and what's different. And if you don't know, come back and listen to this video and see if you can figure some of that stuff out. Also, remember, every day you should be drawing your shapes and you should be making them with Play-Doh.